real sturdy. So let's hop right into it. Wow. So I go to Google, type in Amazon jobs. I went to the official site because Indeed, I just wasn't messing with Indeed. And now, even after doing like this whole job applying thing, because I really needed a job, they show me another reason why not to use them. But I'll share that later. Right now, the process went like this. I filled out the application. It was very simple. Next, I scheduled the day of the week that I wanted to come in for the hiring event. I scheduled mine for like 3 days later, but I had the option to schedule it for that day. I ended up being late, so I was like, oh no, I don't know if I could still go. But it looked like I could, but I'm not sure. What I ended up doing, just in case, was applying again, because I remembered like they gave me the option to come in today, let me apply again. Initially I applied to a part-time position, but the second time I applied to a full-time position. And then I rescheduled for a later time that day because I was like an hour late because I'm just getting to this city's bus schedule. What's going on? So I just got here to the Amazon fulfillment center. Let's see. I walked in, went in the wrong side, had to go to the new hire side. Went in. I had to show 2 forms of identification. I did not read that at first, so I bought my ID, but I'm like, I happen to have like this copy in my bag. I'm like, okay, thanks God. And then she's like, we need originals. And then she just took it, so I'm like, all right, thank you. And so then we go, I take my photo, and then I have to do something on the Amazon Force website, something, I don't know, I forgot. It was something the photography guy was telling me about. And then after that, I would go to the drug test. So I did the drug test. I put it in my mouth. And you had to let the spit soak on it and put it back inside the tube. And then you had to wait about 3 to 5 business days, I believe. And then like their email game is like sick, you feel me? Like they're gonna keep you updated. You just have to check your email. Once I passed, they told me that this is the day. Like, so the day that you apply for, like the time that you apply for, they give you the 4 days of the week. They're 10-hour shifts. Make sure that is the time that you want to do, because you will not be able to change it until like 30 days later. They say you can voluntarily terminate or like something like that, like drop from the job and then apply again, but you would have to go through the entire process again, which means you have to take another drug test and wait, which would probably be like another week, which kinda is like you're waiting 2 more weeks. So it's like, I mean, you pick whichever one you feel like is best. So, and in between that time, I happened to apply to Amazon, like a driving position. And I went there, waited a long time. Went in there, listened to this like screening from this guy. He kind of interviewed the first person, like, why do you want to work here? Why should we hire you? But then like after the third person, he was just like, okay, ID. And he was doing them 2 by 2, so clearly they need drivers, so you're definitely going to get hired. I feel like when it comes to the corporate side, I don't have experience, but I would definitely say research the company, like start saying like some big facts, like the part of the big 5 tech companies or something like that, how they started off as a bookstore in 1995 and now they're like warehouses everywhere, hella employees. Like people were saying that Walmart was gonna knock them down, like slice them up. But as far as the warehouse goes, day 1 I went, I signed up for the 7 a.m. shift, right? I get there at 7 a.m. No, I get there like 6. My goal was to get there like 6:30. Let me just, get there a little bit early, or early is on time is late, bow. But the buses, they were just moving so fast that morning. I got there at 6. Listen, we're here in the parking lot, just,
Had to, you know, wake and bake, you feel me? First day might be my last. I can't even lie to you, man, if I come in this joint, because it already feels like crap. Maybe I gotta make myself cry, or maybe I just gotta get myself to the 2-week point. Maybe I gotta get myself to the point where I get hired as a driver. I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's 10-hour shift, yo. It already took me about, I will say it took me an hour to get here. I thought it was gonna take me 2 hours. That's why I'm mad early.
I didn't get to the building until 6:12 though, because I was talking to somebody at the bus stop. And so I get to the building, and I'm like, I asked security, I'm like, yo, I'm here for the yada yada yada. You know, what's the process like? And then they're like, okay, yeah, somebody from HR is gonna be down. I'm like, okay, bet. And so I get back, I'm waiting, and it's like a good little while. So I go back and I'm like, you know, how long would it be? They said they'd be right down. They ain't come down to 8 o'clock, y'all. 8 o'clock. I'm talking 6:12 a.m. I got there. They didn't come down to 8 o'clock. And they surely didn't put my time in. Anyway, I let that slide. I let it slide. Other than that, you know, we go into this like break room. See? And you can mention that too. Amazon became physical. But why did she start talking? That's so scary. She must have heard me talking about Amazon. I'm so scared. Anyway, you can mention that like when the corporate people, like, because I know you're gonna really have to have an interview at that point. Like you can start saying how you notice they're really growing because people could just say grow, yeah, Amazon's growing, they're well standing, but you can just like prove it by saying they've stepped in the physical world with Echo and Alexa, because first initially they're like the top online retail platform, right? And still are. But anyway, side note, I applied to Apple as well, but video coming soon. I had the first interview and I scheduled the second interview, but I'm gonna make that video later because I want to actually go through the entire process. That one's gonna be dope, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, day one we go in the break room. It's like food everywhere, like a little 7-Eleven bar, but of course it's like overpriced, so pack your lunch. You know what I'm saying? That joint will get you those gummy worms. Oh my gosh, it was calling my name. Oh my gosh. I got a Rice Krispie treat though, and a Gatorade. Anyway, they gave us our bags, the clear bags. Mine's a little bit junky, and I didn't clean it out from yesterday, so I still got my lunch in there, but it had a safety vest. It had this clip for the gloves. It didn't have the gloves in it. My leader actually gave me the gloves, and I'll tell you about this cool vending machine for the products. Like that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, I was excited to use that joint. I'm like, okay, I can get anything I want. But the second time I saw it said $3. I don't know what that meant. I was taking it from my check. Like, I didn't know what that meant, but hey. Anyway, I thought it was free. I think it's free. Regardless, it was cool. After that break room, we were supposed to watch the videos. The projector wasn't working, so they were like, this joint never working. I was like, okay, you know, this is the first day. Welcome to Amazon. So we get a tour, and yo, tell me why that tour did not help me at all. And I'm just speaking for myself. Because I'm terrible. Like, I'm driving in the city, like Washington, D.C. When I had a car, I would always use the GPS. I just need to start figuring out how to look around and be like, okay, lamp right there. Okay, remember that lamp. Okay, tree right there. Like, I don't know how you remember your surroundings like that. You know, I don't know. Anyway, hey, I got lost on day 2. Do you hear me? Lost. Do you hear me? I'm talking circles round and round in that thought. Like, it took me an hour to get back to my station. After the tour, I think we just go right into work, honestly, and we're messing up continuously, and the leader is coming back and checking on us. What we came in as is called a stower, and you just put the items in the best fitting compartment, and it's like a particular way that you have to do it. Like the books have to face a certain way. You can't touch another compartment. There are 3 cameras right there. It records every single movement. You know, there you have to scan this and and these are the barcodes, and open some boxes, and it's like robot work for real. Like, and not to mention the robots that are already being used. Think about this. Do you think they started off with those robots? No, right? They incorporated those robots, right? You think they're not going to incorporate more robots? Watch out! Your job gonna be taken. You better step your game up. So yeah, day 2, same thing. Day 2, I was late. Let me tell you, day 2, because day one for me was bad. Like coming home, I'm like, let me show you. I'm like, oh no, I really stooped this low. I'm like, I really got to this position in life. Like, they got me in here doing robot work. My feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dang, like, I really got done like that. Like, I go from making like what I can make in 2 weeks in 10 minutes, right? It may take a full day to get it, but a conversation that ended up being like 10 minutes worth of my time. Like, you feel me? So it's just like, it hurts to do that. And for those who are new to my channel, what I mean by that is me doing content marketing. I was a photographer, then I moved to a videographer, I moved to an editor, and then I started working with influencers on how to strategize and put out their content to their target audience in a way where they could monetize and still benefit and give major value to the viewer, right? And I would just DM nonstop, and those were my package prices, like a G and up, $1,000 and up. So like, me working for $500 a week sucks to me, and that's what was happening right there. So it really hurt. Day 2, I set my alarm. I'm like, you know, okay, I did apply for a reason, but in the morning I was like, I'm not going. I snoozed. I remember waking up at 5:19. I snoozed again. And I was just like, I'm not going. I was like, what would make me go? Y'all don't come for me. I was looking up some Gucci shoes. I was like, if I spent my check on this, if I worked a week for this, I would go. Why did it take Gucci to get me out of bed? I just messed up. That is a mess. I know I need some working on. I don't know what. Maybe it's not working on. I don't know. Maybe I haven't spent enough on me in a while. I really haven't. But that's what got me up, honestly. And I happen to be late. And what happens is, if you are 6 minutes late, they take an hour away of your time that you have saved up, right? So when you are first hired, they give you 10 hours of unpaid time. 10 hours is a full shift. So basically, if you missed it one day, your first day you missed, it's covered by them. It's covered. You feel me? But like, after that, it's just like you start to go into negatives if you miss days, or if you're even late. I'm talking 6 minutes late. They take an entire hour. So I guess don't be late. But my 4th day, which was yesterday, I was late. But that wasn't my fault. I'm telling you, this city is crazy. It was a marathon and the buses were like doing another route. But I went to, and it was Saturday. So my first bus that I got on, I guess it didn't start running until an hour later. So I'm thinking I'm about to hop on the bus. I checked the bus time, it's like no predictions. I'm like, I walked out the house and everything, like I'm dressed, I'm like ready, I'm walking out the house. So I text the number and it's like, no predictions. But Apple Maps is telling me like, you know, it's coming. So bow. I gotta wait out for the bus. Bow. I get to the second bus, which is where the marathon is. I gave that paper to HR and they gave me those 2 hours excused. I don't think I got paid for that though, but they were excused, which means they didn't take from my 10 hours that I had. But I did get 1 hour taken away because I didn't get to work until 7:23 on day 2. So I got a whole hour taken away, which means I have 9 hours left, which means I can't miss a day. But you do accumulate hours as you continue to work. One more thing. They have sometimes a mandatory day, which is Sunday, that you have to come in for 10 hours. What? Picture planning something on Sunday. Picture planning church, picture planning brunch, picture planning family time, picture planning rest, picture planning anything. How you gonna tell me I gotta randomly, you telling me you my only job? Amazon, you better stop playing as a store 1640 and 1880 for overnight. They had 1880 brightest day when you went to apply, but then the number dropped. I'm like, well, what happened? And then I find out it's 1880. Speaking of that, they also said it was going to be $1,000 bonus. I need to ask about that because they didn't say anything about that. I didn't hear a dang thing about that. They also sent me a notification just now. Keep in mind, this is not day 5 because I'm not working, but I just did day 4 yesterday. I got a notification today saying it's 2 open shifts, Monday and Tuesday, 4 hours each. I refreshed my screen about 30 minutes later and the Monday was gone. Tuesday is available still. It might be gone by now. But just to let you know, I guess it is a lot of overtime going on. Some people listen to their music. Some people play videos. Some people are on the phone. But like, of course, they tell you that you can't do any of those. So I guess do that at your own discretion. I've been doing it and haven't like had anything said. And I guess that's if you're doing your work, you're doing your work. 4th day, I was like, I'm not going. But I didn't struggle as much as day 2. I got out a little bit quicker. Day 4. When I say day 2, I had 10 minutes till that bus came, and it was a late bus at that. I got ready so fast. Oh my goodness. Speaking of that, I got ready so fast I didn't pack lunch. I got to the place, I was so hungry when it came to like 2 o'clock, y'all. I was so hungry. I was like, I'm leaving. So I went to HR. I told them, I said, I'm leaving and like I just wanted to let y'all know basically. And she was like, okay, scan your badge. I was like, and then she waited a little long. She was like, I can't excuse you for that. And honestly, I wasn't even going to be excused or nothing like that. Like, I just was like, I didn't want to just leave. You feel me? So I'm like, she was like, what I can do? And she left. Is I'll give you this. And she spread it open. And it was little like bucks, like little company bucks or like school bucks. You remember that in like middle school, high school, whatever. She spread out these bucks and you could redeem it at some of the vending machines, like the specialized vending machines for those bucks. And I was like, okay. And she was like, your sandwiches in that machine over there. And I was like, yes, okay, HR, come through. And then I ended up not doing it, actually. I ended up like getting a snack because I was like, okay, I have 6 of these. And I know I don't get paid until 2 weeks, y'all. When I say I don't have anything in my account, it's like $2. I'm not playing. So I'm like, okay, let me get a snack. Got a snack. And I stretched those dollars. I surely did. All the way up until day 4. Yes, I did. And I really appreciated that. And something else I appreciate is they give everyone $110 credit on Zappos work. It's like not, or Zappios, excuse me. It's not like the regular site. It's like specific Zappios work site. And they have some, you know, maybe like 3 pair that look like, oh, okay, I legit like these. But it's only like 3 out of like 150 that you're gonna like think looks nice. But of course, that's not the point, right? There are a lot that are over 110. And I guess that's for them to make some type of money some way. You feel me? Like I said, I have the DPS, DSP, whichever one it is. On the lookout this week. Email coming, drug test coming up. And we're going to see about driving. And hopefully I could let go of this position. But they do have the benefits, more benefits, or like the 401k that the driving position doesn't have, because the driving position is through a third-party company. So I don't know, but like I said, I applied to Apple. I'd rather work at Apple. I would let go of all of them. Unless it was like a corporate Amazon job. I wouldn't mind doing the dirty work, eating SHIT, as Gary Vee likes to say it.
Gary wants me to put out a ton of content for free, right? He wants me to be super patient. He wants me to put all the money back into the business. He wants me to spend tons of time and hours figuring shit out that's actually current, which takes away from leisure time. Basically, I want you to eat shit for the next decade.
For right now, to move up in the company, because I do not have a bachelor's degree. So you know, you gotta make it do what it do.